In today's video, we're going to be creating this world population dashboard in Tableau. So I already have Tableau open. You can go ahead and open Tableau. I'm just going to go to text file and I already have my data set here. So the name of the data set is world population data. The link to this data set will be in the description box below. So I'm just going to go ahead and select this and I'm going to open it. And it will just give it a moment to load. Now we can take a moment to look at our data. So we have in this world population data, this is what we have: rank, CCAC, which is the abbreviation of the country name. We have the country, continent. So from here it's just 2023 population all the way down to 1970 population. Then you have the area, which is in kilometers square, density, growth rates, and you have the world percentage. Okay, that's about it. So we can go to sheet 1, so we can start building our visuals. The first visual is going to be countries with the highest population as of 2023. So I'm just going to change the title of this particular sheet to countries with highest population, and I'm just going to add 2023 in there as well. So let's go ahead and build our visual. We're going to start with we're going to come over to the left. We're going to go to country and we're going to put country in columns, and we're going to go to 2023 population and we're going to put 2023 population in rows. I'm going to come over here and we're going to sort in descending. Now that I have that sorted, we're also going to filter. I'm going to hold control, and we're going to create a copy of country, and we're going to add country to filters. Now we're going to go to top, and it's going to be by field. So I'm going to click on by field top 10. So we're going to leave it at 10, 2023 population, and we're just going to leave everything as it is. Go ahead and apply, and you can see that our visual has changed, and we can click on OK. So let's just change the view. So come over to this fit, and we're going to make it entire view. So these are the countries with the highest populations, top 10 highest populations as of 2023. Yeah, so let's go ahead and format our sheet. So let's go from top to bottom. We're going to start with the title. So I'm just going to double click the title. So select the entire sheet name and change the font to Tableau bold. Change the size to 9, and for color we're going to go to more colors, and we're going to type in the code for color, which is just FA and 0 4 times, and it's going to be this really rich red color. And I'm going to click on OK, change the alignment to center, click on apply, and that's our title. Can go ahead and click on OK. Now I'm going to right click here and select hide field labels for columns. I'm going to remove that. Right click here, edit axis, and where it says 2023 population, I'm just going to clear that and I'm going to close this. Next, I'm going to just click anywhere on the sheet, right click, and we're going to format. So let's go to lines, we'll go to grid lines, set it to none. Next, we're going to go to this shading, and we're going to change the color of the entire worksheet, to black. Now you can either grab a copy of this sum of the population, or you can grab one here. We're going to put that in color. Normally the card is supposed to come up here. If it does, just hide it. So I'm going to select color, edit colors. We're going to change it. Select this drop down, scroll down till you go to custom sequential, and where you have this end color, click on it and use the same red color we're using for the title, which is FA and then 0 4 times. And I'm going to just add that. I'm going to close this, and yeah, that's it for color, and now we have this really red color. It's just these two bars that have the red color, and this one is more faded. Let's format the colors of this axis. So right click, format. Let's go to font. Let's change the color of the font to white, and let's change the size to 8. And we're just going to close this. Same with this side. Just come here, select format, and we are going to go to font once again. 8, change the size to 8, change the color to white. And that's it. We have created our first visual for the countries with the highest population in 2023. The next chart is going to be, or the next visual is going to be population of continents. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on this and create a new sheet. I'm going to double click so I can change the name of the sheet, which is going to be population of continents. Okay, so once again, we'll come over here. We'll start with continent, put continent on columns, and we're going to grab 2023 population because we want to look at the latest population in the data set. And I'm just going to add this to rows. Come over here and we're going to sort descending like this. Go to view and we're going to make it entire view. So based on our charts, we see Asia has the highest population, which is 4.7 billion. Then next is Africa, 1.46 billion. We have Europe, 741 million, like that. North America, South America, and then we have Oceania, which has the lowest population as of 2023. So let's format our entire sheet. Let's start with the title of our visual. So I'm just going to double click on this and select this entire name, and we're going to change it to Tableau bold. Change the size to 9. Change the color. We're going to use this red color we used previously, and we're going to change the alignment to center, and we can go ahead and click on OK. Go to continents, right click, hide field labels for column, and come over to this axis, edit axis, and we are going to just remove this 2023 population, and I'm just going to close that. Next, let's right click on the entire sheet, go to format, let's go to shading, and we're going to change the color of the entire worksheet to black. Go to lines, and in the entire sheet we're just going to go to grid lines and set grid lines to none. Now I'm holding control down, hold control and go to sum of population and add sum of population to color. If a card comes up by the right hand side, just hide the card. So I'm just going to select color here, edit color, select this, and I'm going to change the color to FA0, and we have 0 4 times, and I'm going to close this, and we're going to close that again. So let's right click here and we're going to format. So for the font, we're going to change the color of the font to white. Let's also change the size to 8, and we're going to come over to this side. Also, we're going to format. We already have the panel here, and we can just change the size to 8, color to white, and that's it for this visual. So you can change the number format if you want, but I want to be able to see the entire population, all the numbers and such. And that's it for this visual. Let's move on to the next visual, which is going to be top countries by growth rate. So I'm going to once again create a new sheet. I'm going to double click the name and I'm just going to change it to top countries by growth rate. Okay, I'm just going to click on enter. So let's start with country. I'm just going to put country in rows, and I'm going to grab the growth rate and I'm going to put it in columns. So some of them are negative, so that's why we're having some here and some, but I want to look at those that have the top growth rate. So I'm going to grab country. So hold control down, or you could grab country from here, but just hold control. And we're going to bring country to filters. Now go to top, and we're going to select by field. Leave everything as it is, and we're just going to click on OK. Now let's select this, sort descending, and we're going to have this. Go to the view, and we're going to select entire view. So Syria has the highest growth rates in terms of what we have in our data sets. Then we have Moldova, Niger, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and then we have Tanzania as the 10th option. So let's go ahead and format our sheet. So let's start with our title. Select the entire name of the sheet. We're going to change this, the font to Tableau bold. Size is going to be 9. We're going to change the color to that red color, change the alignment to center, and then click on OK. Right click here, and we're just going to hide field labels for rows. Here, right click and then select edit axis, and just clear this growth rates here. And I'm going to close this. Let me start by, let's format the sheet. So let's go to format, click anywhere on the sheet and just click on format. And I'm just going to go to shading and then change the entire color of the worksheet to black. Go to lines, and on sheets, we're going to change, select grid lines and select none. Right click any of these options and then go to format, and we can quickly go to this panel. We're going to go to font, change the font to white, change the size to 8. Then we can also go here, and we already have this option here. So in axis, just once again change the size of the font to 8, color to white, like this. Now let's change the color of our bars, and that's the final detail. So I'm just going to hold control, and then I'm going to bring the growth rate to color. Select this, hide card, select color, edit colors, select this option, and once again I'm just going to use our red color, which is FA and then 0 4 times, and this is going to change to custom sequential, and I'm just going to close this, and we have our top countries by growth rate. Let's move on to the next visual. So I'm just going to create a new sheet. So I'm just going to change this to the map. So in order to create a map, what we're going to do is go to country, and we're just going to put country on rows. Then I'll just go to show me, and I'm going to select the map. So let me close this. So that's basically it. We're going to change a few details to just format it so to fit the theme we're going to for our design. So what I'm going to do is right click, and I'm going to go to format, go to shading, and I'm going to change the color of the worksheet to black. So just around here where we know our title is, I'm just going to select it, and I'm going to select the entire sheet name, and I'm going to delete it, and I'm going to click on OK. Next, come over to the top here and select map, then go to background maps, and we're going to change it to dark. Now let me close this, grab population. So I'm just going to grab 2023 population, and I'm going to put it in color, and I'm just going to select this and hide card. Now we're going to go to color, edit colors, and it's currently on automatic. So select this color on the right, the end color, and we're going to change this one as usual to the red color we'll be using, which is just FA and 0 4 times. It changed to custom sequential. We don't want to use custom sequential, we want to use custom divergent. So I'm going to select custom divergent. So on the right side, you have the same red color we'll be using, which is FA and then 0 4 times. On this left side, click on it, and I'm going to change this to F3 9 to B2, and we'll have this really soft pink color, and that's it. And I'm just going to close it, and that's it for our map. So when you hover over it, we have China and India, based on our charts, we already saw that they have the highest population, so that's why they're just really dark red, and every other part is kind of evenly spaced, and you have these gray and much more pink areas. But yeah, that's it for our map. Let's now move on to the next visualization. So we're just going to create a new sheet. I'm going to double click and I'm going to change this to top 10 countries by density. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab let's start with countries. So I'm going to go to country and I'm going to put country in rows, and I'm going to go to density and I'm going to put density in columns. Now I'm going to grab country and add country to filters and go to top by field, and it's already set to all of this. Leave it as it is, and I'm just going to click on OK. Now come over here and we're going to sort it by descending order, and then go to view and make it entire view, and we have this. Let's go ahead and format our visualization. Let's start with the title. So I'm just going to select the name, change the font to Tableau bold, change the size to 9, change the color to that red color, change the alignment to center, and we're just going to go ahead and click on OK. Right click here, hide field labels for rows, and we're going to right click here, edit axis, and we're going to remove this density, and I'm just going to close this dialog. Now let's right click on the entire sheet and we're going to click on format, go to shading, and we're going to change the worksheet's color to black. Go to lines, grid lines, set it to none. Now I'm going to right click on this formats, and we're going to change the font color. Let's change the size to 8 and then the color to white. Same here, it's going to change. We're just going to go to font, change the size to 8, color to white. Finally, let's change the color. So I'm just going to go ahead, hold Control, and then bring density to color. Select this drop down here, hide card. Let's go back to color, edit colors, and for this start color here, we can just go ahead and select it. Use a red color once again, and it's going to change to custom sequential. Just going to close this and then close this, and yeah, this is what we have for our top 10 countries by density. So Macau has the highest density, and you have Monaco, Singapore, Hong Kong, sorry, and is it Saint Martin or Saint Martin? I don't know if I'm saying it right, but yeah, there you have it. We are done with the density visualization. Let's now move on to the final chart, which is going to be the top 10 countries by area. So I'm just going to create our final sheet, and I'm going to change this to top 10 countries by area. Okay, so we're going to start with country, bring country to rows, and we're going to go to area, and we're going to put area in columns. So let's go back to this panel here, and we're going to grab country and put country in filters. Go to top, select by field, leave everything as it is, and I'm just going to click on OK. Now let's sort descending like this, and we're going to change the view to entire view. Now go to, oops, I just realized something. I'm just going to add a space here. Okay, so I'm going to select the title, select the entire name, and we're going to change it to Tableau bold, change the size to 9, change the color to that red color, change the alignment to center, click on OK. Right click on this, hide field labels for rows, click on that, right click here, edit axis, and we're going to remove area, and we're just going to close this dialog here. Now right click on the sheet and then go to format. Go to shading, worksheets, make the entire thing black. Go to lines and then select grid lines, make it none. Now right click here, format. Let's go to font, make the size of the font 8 and color white. We're going to do the same for this side. Go to font, make the size 8, color white. Now let's change the color of these bars. So I'm just going to use control, drag some to color. Select this drop down, hide card. Now go back to color, edit colors, and this color on the right, select that. And we're just going to change this color to red, like this. And I'm just going to close this and just close this as well. And we are done with this. Now we can move on to create our dashboard. Now let's go over here and create a new dashboard. So I'm going to click on dashboard. I'm just going to change this to just dashboard instead of dashboard 1. Let's change the size. So come over here, change the range to fixed size, and we'll change the width to 1500 by 700, like this. Now let's go to text, select text and drag text into here, and we're going to type the title of our dashboard, which is World Population Dashboard. Oops, slight typo. Dashboard. Now I'm just going to select the entire thing, change the font to Tableau bold, change the size to 22, color is going to be the red color, alignment is going to be center, and we're going to click on OK. Now let's grab a horizontal container and just put it underneath this. Once again, go to horizontal container and add another container here, another horizontal container. Now just go back to layout, and what we're going to do is let me make sure click the entire dashboard that is saying tiled here. Now go to background and we're going to make the entire thing black. And let's go back to the dashboard panel so we can add our visuals. So I'm just going to reduce the height of this till, let's just make it as small as possible, and we'll have this. So we have one horizontal container here, one here. As we go through creating our dashboard, we'll figure out the spacing. So I'm going to start with the first chart, and I'm just going to grab it, add that here. Grab the second one, which is population of continents, and on this side add it to the horizontal container on the top, and we're going to go to top countries by growth rates, and we're going to add it to this horizontal container here. So let me select out of this. So now we have 3 charts. So instead of trying to manually change the size, let's go back to layout, open this, and we're going to select the entire container. Now select this drop down here, more options, and we're going to distribute content evenly, and we have our content on the first our first row of items on the top. Now let's add the second row of items, which is the last 3 visuals. So I'm going to add the map to this horizontal container here, and next is going to be top 10 countries by density, and once again on this side add it to this bottom container, and finally we're going to add this one here. Now although it's distributed evenly, I want the map to be a bit bigger, so I'm just going to reduce the size of this one to around here. Let's see, don't worry, we're going to still format this entire thing so it will become clearer what I'm doing as we go. And let's select this one as well, and I'm just going to increase it to this so that ended up affecting the other one. I'm just going to okay, so we have this now. So you could leave it like this if you want, but I want it to have this I want it to have borders. So select this item here, this our title, go to layout, and in border select this second line, this thickness, select that, and then change the color of the line to red. I'm going to close this, go to padding, and on any of these items they are all locked, so just reduce the padding to 0. While we're still here, select this one, same thing, go to border. This time we're going to select the first line, the first thickness, and the color of the line is also going to be red. And we're going to select padding, reduce the padding to 0. Let's also come here, same thing, border, the first thickness, color is going to be red. Go to padding, reduce the padding to 0. This one as well, first line, color red, and padding is also going to be 0. Let's come over to the map, and you can just go ahead and do this. You can even skip this part if you want, but I'm just going to do it just in case for those of us that may get a bit confused and you're not sure, you want to see the entire process. I'm just going to do it. Go to first line, red, close this, padding 0, and then finally we have this one, and I'm going to select the first line, make the color red, and I'm going to reduce the padding to 0. Now when I click on it, you can see that we have this red line separating each chart. So I'm just going to, now that I can see things better, I'll just reduce the size of this one, let's say a little bit like this, so they are more equal. So you can go around and check the alignment of your charts. If the alignment for this one, I think normally the way it was originally, it's supposed to be, let me go back, let me just let me go to format. So the alignment for this may be different from what I have here, so I changed it to, so what you'll probably have is this, and it's going to look something like this probably. So what you just do is, like I just did, go to format and then go to alignment and just change it to up like this, and you just increase this. But if yours already was like that, then that's fine. I just wanted it so you can see all the names of the countries we are checking. Then for the continents, you can move this, all the names are visible and there's nothing we need to change anymore. So for filters, you could use the continents for filters, but the way the chart is, I didn't feel any need to change it. But if we really need to add a filter, I would say let's use continents, because filtering by country really doesn't do much, because we already have countries here, countries here, countries here, countries here. So filtering by countries, and the map is also by countries. So we can use the continent by filter, so as the filter. So on this chart, select use as filter. So now when we click on, I didn't click it, I'm going to click that. So when I click on Asia now, our chart will filter by continent, so everything will change. There's nothing here in our charts here, so nothing was showing. So we only have one for Europe, North America. We're going to change, there's nothing here. So that's why I didn't really want to add a filter. Maybe for the map you can make it separate, or if you want, you could create another copy of this Tableau workbook, and then instead of separating them by top 10, maybe do top 20, 30, or maybe if you want to be adventurous, don't add any limits. But yeah, that's it. We've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.